Are you ready? Let's get it started with episode 19 of Night Raven.
Action!
Only 7 remain, getting closer and closer to the end. Let's check in on everyone, shall we? Despite the ringleader of the operation no longer being around, the scary alliance hangs on. More than likely due to Ruggy and Ortho being as close as they are, Ruggy is also very fond of Rook, with Rook not fully returning the sentiment. Vil is another person who is incredibly close with both Ortho and Rook, and he is also incredibly fond of Ruggy. Ortho and Jack are also looking out for each other, which is a good thing given Rook's dislike of both of them. And that brings us straight to today's challenge. The Wild Hunt. Contestants have 8 hours to trap an animal and bring it back to the set unharmed. Before the challenge begins, they will take turns pulling slips of paper out of a hat to decide what animal they will be hunting. When the challenge starts, contestants will have 1 minute to collect as much equipment as they want. The first one to bring their animal back wins a feast of all of their favorite foods, while the loser must clean the communal bathrooms. Deuce is the first to draw, and he must capture a beaver. Rook gets a chipmunk. Silver must hunt a raccoon. Ortho is given a duck. Jack selects a deer. Ruggy must capture a frog, and finally, Vil must successfully capture a bear. And so, the challenge begins. The first one to successfully capture their quarry is... Oh my god. Vil Schoenhate is the first back. Deuce is the second to return, followed by Silver. Rook comes in 4th, and Ruggy is 5th. Ortho is the 6th to return, meaning the loser of today's challenge is... Jack. After the challenge, the remaining Savannah Claw members have a bonding moment. Meanwhile, Rook and Silver get into a little spat. And now we come to the award ceremony. The first award goes to Silver. The second award goes to Deuce. The third award goes to Jack. The fourth award goes to Ortho. The fifth award goes to Ruggy. The sixth award goes to Rook. Vil has been eliminated.
Are you serious right now? How could this happen? I did all of that, without using magic, not even once. For this, no. This show is done. Done.
Roi de Poison, please calm down. The situation is not ideal, no, but we must move on. Please remember, we are being recorded right now.
I still can't win. It's up to you now.
I will do my best to live up to your expectations. Say hello to Monsieur Pomet for me.
Go back, Sam! I'm going to Mordor alone.
Of course you are! And I'm coming with you! Family? What's that?
20 out of 24. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back to Night Raven.
Action!
One away from the final 5. Who will come out on top and who will fall? Only one way to find out, but first, let's check in on everyone. Only one alliance remains now that Prometheus has finally fallen. Individually, Ortho and Jack have grown very close these past few episodes, and Ortho and Ruggy are still very fond of one another. Ortho is also forming a friendship with Deuce, as is Silver. Ruggy is still incredibly friendly towards Rook, even though Rook doesn't fully trust him, it seems. Rook and Ortho are still at odds with one another, and Rook also doesn't care too much for Jack. Moving right along, straight into today's challenge. The Tri-Arm Triathlon. Contestants compete in 3 challenges while handcuffed to a partner. Before each challenge, pairs will be offered a wimp key. If a pair takes the key, they will be freed from their partner, but will also be eliminated from the challenge. For the first challenge, competitive chowdown, pairs must choose a feeder and an eater. While the eater must have their hands behind them at all times, the feeder must feed their partner. The first feeder to complete their platter of food wins the challenge for their pair. For the second challenge, pairs must canoe out to Boney Island and open the package that is waiting for them. In the package is a portion of a cursed idol which must be returned to the Cave of Treacherous Terror, but contestants will have to piggyback their partner there. The first pair to return their idol wins the challenge. For the final challenge, the Totem Pole of Shame and Humiliation, pairs must assemble a totem pole starting from the first person voted out to the most recent, using wooden heads of those eliminated before them. The first pair to correctly assemble the totem pole wins the challenge. The pair that wins the most challenges wins invincibility. If all 3 pairs win a challenge, no one wins invincibility. The first pair is Deuce and Silver, the second pair is Ortho and Ruggy, and the third is Jack and Rook. And thus, the challenge begins. Deuce and Silver win the first challenge. Jack and Rook win the second. Ruggy and Ortho decide to take the wimp key before the third challenge. And, the winners of the third challenge, and the challenges as a whole are Jack and Rook. After the challenges, Ruggy has proven himself time and time again, and he has done it yet again. And possibly the last alliance we will see form, has formed. And finally, we come to the award ceremony. The first award goes to Rook. The second award goes to Jack. The third award goes to Ruggy. The fourth award goes to Deuce. The fifth award goes to Ortho. Silver has been eliminated.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It should be me going home, not you.
It's okay, I'm happy that I'm going home.
What?
I've been away from my post for far too long. I should never have been allowed to stay here this long. Thank you for everything. You've grown into a fine peacekeeper, Ortho. If it wasn't for you, the show wouldn't have been so.
Silver, bro, wake up. Ah, come on Jack, help me drag him to the car.
"20 out of 24. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back to Night Raven.
Action!
The final 5, Deuce, Jack, Ortho, Rook, and Ruggy. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and check in on. Oh, it's already time for this episode?
There will be no challenge this episode. There will be no jury. The 17 losers of Night Raven Action will vote out one of the final 5.
The young Shroud has made it quite far, and it pains me to vote for him. But it must be done. This environment is no place for a child.
From one spool drive player to another, you know you didn't get here fair and square. You got to go.
Igia has been a mess this whole time, and he helped out our Silver a lot behind the scenes. Consider this as me returning the favor.
My master has stated that he will vote for the younger Shroud, so I shall as well.
This contest is no place for a child. The rules should have never allowed him to join in the first place. Yet here we are.
I apologize for my vote, but it's what must be done. He cannot be allowed to participate anymore.
If it was one of my little siblings in this contest, I'd want them to come home too. No hard feelings, right buddy?
Come home. Now please.
The little dude's a power player for sure. He got 6th last season. but I'm definitely getting worried.
My vote. Why, the one who cost me everything? On camera, he's the underdog. Off camera, he plays as dirty as the masses think we do.
Sharksucker's gotta go, the little backstabber. He was fun to play with, then he went and got all power mode.
You embarrassed me in front of all of Twisted Wonderland, and I can't wait for our talk when you come home. Get ready, hyena.
Look, I love the little guy. He's totes adorbs. I'm just worried about him, you know? I would want my little brothers home. Sorry, Ortho.
Ruggy was a thorn in my side the entire time, but Ortho drove it in further and further. Apologies, I have a rather nasty habit of voting differently than my team.
He's a good kid, and everyone's worried about him, I know. But he's dangerous. He didn't get into the top 10 twice for no reason. Ortho has to go.
You said it should have been you, and I disagreed. I still disagree, but I know what must be.
And by a landslide 13-4 vote, Ortho has been eliminated.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
If they did a third season, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't.
Me neither.